Hi everyone, this is your daily tarot reading for the 1st of March 2018. Thank you for joining me. I'm using the Wildwood Tarot for today's reading, and it's a reading for the first day of the month. So it gives you an insight into the energy for the day, but I always feel that it offers kind of clues and insights into what the month is going to be like because it's the first day of a new season. So let's have a look at what the cards want you to know for this day and what you'll be working with and what the energy is about. Okay. So we've got the Queen of Vessels, then we've got the Seven of Vessels in reverse, and then we have the Guardian. And the Guardian is the devil in the regular tarot, so that's in reverse. Okay, so the Queen of Vessels, I really love the way they've depicted it in this deck because the Queen of Vessels is usually a woman who is holding this trophy, this cup, which is really gorgeous and beautiful because she's put so much love and nurture and energy into it. And that's why it's become this wonderful thing. It's like a trophy almost, and she's healed it and nurtured it and worked at it and made it something really special. In this deck, we've got a salmon, and salmon are amazing animals. They do these incredible feats. They jump up these rivers to get to their spawning places, whatever they're called, and they have to exercise such huge strength. And the Queen of Vessels, I think, is perfect for that because the Queen of Vessels is someone who listens to her feelings, good and bad. Positive and negative. She's in touch with her emotions. She feels her feelings, whether they're all pleasant or not pleasant. And she deals with her feelings and she manages them. And she doesn't escape and she doesn't use crutches to get her through the day and make her feel a certain way. And because she's open and she doesn't escape her own truth, she has the strength that the universe wants to give her. And like the salmon, she's able to climb these impossible mountains and to jump beyond what you would imagine anyone would be able to do. And she can really achieve wonderful things which are beyond anyone's imagining. So if you're, like a 16-year-old kid and you've got a dream, you want to be an amazing fashion designer, for instance, and you live in the middle of nowhere, like let's say you live in a little town near Dresden somewhere, and it's just, you feel totally isolated. And everyone around you says, oh, the opportunities for you here in this area are to work for the local computer company, or you can work for the local clothes shop, or you can go to Dresden and work in an office or something, and you let the world decide for you, then you're going to have a very conventional existence and you're going to be guided by those around you. And the people around you have their own dreams and their own imaginations and their own guidance. And a lot of people are afraid of their own guidance. A lot of people can't feel their feelings because they're afraid of them. So they use drugs or they use certain behaviors so they don't have to face their emotions. And because they don't face their emotions, they don't just close off the negative feelings, they close off everything. So all of the wonderful, amazing things that the universe has to offer you, because the universe wants you to have an amazing life that is beyond your wildest dreams. The only way that you can tap into that and live that life is if you decide to feel your feelings, and if you open up enough and you are brave enough to feel the good and the bad. And that's when you get the real ideas, and that's when you get to jump through these hoops, and that's when you really can make a success of yourself. So if you are that little kid near Dresden thinking, I'm going to be a fashion designer, no one in your environment is going to tell you that you can do that. Only your own dreams and the universe can tell you that. And only you can see it through. So if you decide, okay, I'm going to do this, you may end up on Project Runway, or you may end up as working for Dior or Yves Saint Laurent or whatever it is. But the thing is that you have to hang on to your dreams if you want them to become a reality. And if you are strong enough, which the Queen of Cups allows you to be, to manage the fears and the doubts and the uncertainty, and you hang on to your hopes and dreams, then at least you're giving yourself a chance to realize your true potential. The next card is the Seven of Vessels. And the Seven of Vessels is mourning. It's grieving, okay? So it's something that's been lost. Dreams have been shattered. Everything is empty. Nothing has come to fruition and it's over. That is in reverse. So there's nothing to mourn. You haven't even begun yet. 7 is about mind and creativity. So it's interesting that this card has come up like this because it's exactly what I mentioned in that example. If you listen to the other people around you and your environment, then you'll be finished before you even get started, because everything will seem impossible and everything will seem empty, and you'll only be able to slip into some sort of opportunity that's available to you, which is totally beneath you and which has nothing to do with your potential or your creativity. So again, this card is saying that there's nothing to be sad about. You're at the very beginning of what you're doing, and that applies whether you're 16 or 85. You can dream something and you can really achieve something which is close and near and dear to your heart. You can pursue it, you can get creative about it, and you can fill these vessels with your own dreams, and they will fill up through your own strength of character and through your connection with the universe. The final card echoes that sentiment. It's the Guardian, and the Guardian is the Devil. And the Devil is a card that says that you're too focused on the physical limitations and the circumstances of your actual physical life, and that you're letting the real world, so to speak, the physical world, dictate to you what you can and can't do. So here we've got the skeleton guarding this cave. The reality is that this is just a pile of bones, and you can go in there whether you want to or whether it makes no difference. This is just a scary illusion. So the card is in reverse. You're not focused on the details. You're not focused on what your existing life offers. You're in touch with your real feelings. You're in touch with the Queen of Vessels, and you're allowing yourself to dream the dreams that are within you, whether they seem practical or not. And what all of these cards are saying is, don't give up, be strong. And even if it seems like you have to jump through all of these things and it's exhausting and it seems impossible, please don't give up. It's a better option than mourning your losses and surrendering and giving up and saying, okay, well, it's just going to be too hard. It'll never work for me. The universe has given me this, but it's never going to happen in reality. So I'm just going to give up. Because if you do, then you will have something to mourn. And if you think that way, then you let the illusions of your real physical circumstances right now, you let those destroy your dreams. And the real circumstances that you're in right now are simply results of past decisions that you've made anyway. Because if you decide to be a fashion designer today and you actually see it through, then in 5 years' time, your reality is going to look very, very different than it does today. And if you decide to accept the local job as a cashier at Tesco's, then your reality, you're looking at what you've got available to you, you're giving in, and then in 5 years' time, your reality isn't going to look as rich as if you take a big leap of faith, which, yes, is harder, but which is going to take you a lot further. So what we're getting is that here at the beginning of March, the cards is saying that no matter how difficult your circumstances, you have what it takes to make it. And you can really achieve your dreams, no matter what your teachers tell you or what other people tell you, that you're not good enough or that you'll never make it or whatever it is. You have it within you, and you don't need anyone else to achieve these things. It's in you, okay? That's what they're saying. And what they're saying is that March is a month where you can work to realize your hopes and dreams, and you can overcome your physical limitations, and you will have nothing to mourn or be sad about. You will have reason to celebrate by the end of the month because of your hard work. It will bear fruit, and it will be worthwhile, and it will offer you something that you can be proud of. Number-wise, we've got the Queen, which is 1, and 7 is 8, and 15 is 23. 2 and 3 is 5, and 5 is freedom. So the only way to get to your own personal version of freedom is by working hard and not giving up on your hopes and dreams, and not letting the world take them from you, and not giving up and not surrendering, and all the things that I've been talking about. And it's when you achieve your hopes and dreams, that's when you get real freedom. That's when you feel a sense of, I've made it. I'm proud of myself. I've done something that no one thought I could do, and I've done it by myself. And it doesn't mean that I have to be grand and arrogant or anything like that, but it means that I have freed myself of limiting circumstances, and I can celebrate and I can enjoy the life that I've built for myself. And that's self-esteem. That's how you build self-esteem, by you know, trucking on and not giving up when things seem difficult. I always say this because it's a pet peeve of mine, because in the New Age community, a lot of the times people say, oh, well, if it's difficult, then it's just not meant to be. And I find that very defeatist, because most things in the world and most things in life are not handed to you on a silver platter, and sometimes you have to work for them to appear. And if you give up first try or 10th try or 100th try, then you're not going to get a lot of sympathy from me personally, because life is hard sometimes. And if you want to achieve something worth doing, then sometimes you have to really work hard to achieve it. And then the harder it is, and once you have done it on the 101th attempt, then you really have something to feel good about. And that's how you really make yourself feel better, and how you look at yourself and you regard yourself in a positive light. So it looks like an amazingly constructive day where you feel super, super empowered. But also it looks like March is going to be a month where you're going to be able to achieve a lot. In terms of the astrology, what's interesting is that we had a blue moon in January, so we had 2 full moons. Then February, we didn't have any full moons, we just had a new moon, so it was a bit dark and black. And in March, we've got 2 full moons happening again, so we've got another blue moon in March. So it's going to be a month of high energy anyway. And use that energy and channel it into your hopes and dreams, and turn it into that so that they can manifest and become real. And that's the best way to use that energy for your personal gain, so to speak, by working hard to get somewhere where you never thought you could end up. So I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful start to March. If you would like a private reading with me, then please get in touch with me via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to audio reading. Please remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.